In Commitment 2018, tomorrow is Election Day and voters will decide the balance in Congress and also decide 6 amendments here in North Carolina.
More than 2 million people across the state participated in early voting. Some experts call this year's turnout unprecedented for a midterm election. Our Kirsten Gutierrez joins us live in Guilford County, where volunteers are getting set up for Election Day. Kirsten, how do these numbers compare to 2014?
You don't have to, because that's the difference.
Early voting this year is up 73% compared to 2014's early voting totals. Now, however, in 2014, they only had 10 days to participate in early voting, whereas this year they had 18 days. And while these numbers are still high, volunteers here at Smith Grove Baptist Church are getting ready for Election Day and hope to see more voters tomorrow. Now, let's take a look at those early voting numbers so far in a few areas across the Piedmont Triad. Now, in Rockingham County, they had more than 18,000 early voters. In Randolph, more than 26,000. In Alamance County, more than 30,000. In Forsyth County, more than 75,000. And in Guilford County, they saw more than they ever have, with more than 100,000 early voters. Now, experts say it's too early to tell which way the election will go, but say the huge turnout may be due to a couple factors.
One, it means that the parties have done a good job of pushing early voting. It suggests that the parties saying go vote early, that messaging has really come loud and true. It also suggests that this is an election that people really care about. Polarization, for all of its problems and all the bitter divisiveness that it brings, also brings higher levels of engagement in politics. So even though things are more divisive now than they have been in past years, that also means that people know the stakes are high.
Again, this is not the total of early voters. The Board of Elections are still accepting by mail absentees, at least for the next couple days. Live in Guilford County, Kirsten Gutierrez, WXI 12 News.
Thank you so much, Kirsten. Now, one of the big questions tomorrow's midterm election will answer is which party will control the U.S. House of Representatives.
Democrats need to flip 23 seats to end Republican control of the U.S. House, and political experts have their eye on that 13th district race here in the Piedmont Triad. We've got Bill O'Neill with us at the desk now to talk and continue our Commitment 2018 coverage.
Yeah, this one's attracted national attention. We're, of course, talking about the 13th. Ted Budd is the Republican incumbent. Kathy Manning, the Democratic challenger, a district that stretches from Statesville in Iredell County to Greensboro in Guilford County, and it includes Davie, Rowan, Davidson counties. This race has lots of money, lots of attack ads, and it's considered to be a toss-up by the political pundits. WXII 12 News had a chance to sit down with both of the candidates. Budd, who lives in Davie County, tells us that President Trump's tax cuts has the economy booming, and he isn't worried about the growing deficit. He says his support of the president and his programs is why voters should send him back to Congress.
We're very different on Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. This has put more money back in people's pockets. We have minority unemployment at an all-time recorded low. We have women's unemployment at a 65-year low. We have GDP double that it was 2 years ago.
Kathy Manning, who lives in Greensboro, says she wants to reform health care. She says there isn't one easy step to achieve that goal, and she told us she wasn't sure when we asked her about the question of a single-payer system.
I think what we can all agree on is what our goal should be. Our goal should be to make health care more affordable, more accessible, and to bring down the cost of prescription drugs. It's going to take a lot of thought and analysis to figure out the best way to get there and to do it in a way that's pragmatic.
We are also following 2 other congressional races in our area. The 6th congressional race between Republican Mark Walker, the incumbent, and Democratic challenger Ryan Watts. And the 5th congressional race, that's the one between incumbent Republican Virginia Foxx and the Democratic challenger DeeDee Adams. The political experts do not rate these races as close. They are drawn to favor the Republicans, and the Democratic challengers have not raised a whole lot of money. So those are what we're covering for the national congressional races here.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Bill. We do appreciate it. As the campaigning continues for another day, President Trump's son, Donald Trump Jr., came to the Piedmont Triad today. He came to Lexington to campaign for Congressman Ted Budd in the 13th district. As Bill just mentioned, Budd, I should say, is running against Democratic challenger Kathy Manning, as we just heard.
And right now, Manning is going door to door to meet with voters in Greensboro. This is a live look around the Elm Avenue and Madison Avenue area. Manning wants to speak with voters as she tries to unseat Congressman Budd in tomorrow's election. And we will be hosting a Facebook Live event at 1 tomorrow afternoon, taking your questions about voting, social media, influence campaigns, misinformation, and the latest viral falsehoods. Look for the pinned post on our Facebook page and leave a comment using the hashtag Commitment2018. We will answer them at 1 o'clock tomorrow. And be sure to stick with WXII tomorrow, day and night, for full election coverage.
Voter turnout on Election Day also has a lot to do with the weather, and we could see some wet weather tomorrow.
That's right. Lainey Pope is tracking some severe weather possibly coming our way. So, Lainey, what is your biggest concern as you look toward Tuesday?
Well, we're going to see a line of showers coming through, and we could have some wind with those. Now, out there today, we have gray skies, occasional light rain, a little bit of fog with temperatures right now in Greensboro at 57 degrees. So it is chilly right now. The wind, not much of an issue at this point in time, but there is a front out to the west. So you look at the radar and satellite, it's pretty quiet. It's mainly drizzle. Our front is just south and west, and on the other side of the mountains tomorrow, as it moves in, there is a slight risk that we could see isolated strong to severe storms, especially in the eastern part of the triad. You can see where that rain is right now. It's over western Tennessee, so we do have some time to plan. This evening we'll have spotty light rain, otherwise cloudy skies with temperatures in the mid-50s. For voting tomorrow morning, patchy light rain, fog, and clouds. That window where we see that line of showers and storms coming through will be late morning through early afternoon. So especially around lunchtime, we could see some stormy weather. If you wait until after work and later on in the early evening, skies will likely be dry, but still a bit breezy.